card that came out was the feminine card. It is part of the polarity cards that are within the deck, which means that it's got two sides to the card, masculine and feminine, and it came out upright with the feminine side showing. So my interpretation of this card is that we have shifted from a masculine energy world and we're moving into a more feminine energy world. Now, masculine and feminine is not about being a male or a female. It's an energy, and male or female, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. That is the polarity, the night and the day, the sun and the moon, the yin and the yang, the dark and the light, the up and the down. You can't have one without the other. And so moving into more of a collective feminine energy, it's about getting more in touch with our soul, being in our body. Body is feminine. The mind is masculine. Leading more with our intuition and trusting ourselves more than we're trusting what's outside of us, what we're being told, what we're being shown. This is about moving into calmer energies. It's not all about hustling and going hard. I'm not saying that you don't have to put the work and the effort in. You absolutely do. But that's not the driving force in this new era. The driving force in this era is about frequency first, energy first, and that is the feminine. The second card was another polarity card that came out, and this one came out as inner winter. The other side of the card is inner summer. So inner winter is about initiation and rebirth, renewal, rest, going underground. It's about the fertile void and surrendering in that void. And it's also about the end being the beginning. So often we think that when one thing ends, that's just it, but it's actually the beginning of something new. And that's what this card is relaying to us. I believe the inner winter came out because even though we are in this firehorse energy, this fast moving energy, we're still not completely in all of the new year, new beginnings, because nature is still wintering, certainly here in the UK. It's still a time of hibernation and wintering. It's what I shared with you in my birthday episode, like being indoors and wanting to be under a duvet and snuggled up and going inwards. That energy is still present. So even though we are in this firehorse energy that wants to move and move fast, you may not feel the full effects of that until we move into nature's new year next month in March, when we move into the equinox and we move into spring. I'm going to read from the book because this is really, really powerful. It says, the seasons are probably the most powerful teachers there are in the great mystery school of nature. We can experience inner seasons too. And when we're aware of which season we find ourselves in, we'll be better placed to progress through it. Accepting the season we're moving into can also offer us medicine and guidance that will help us meet what comes. I love that this card came up because it's a really good time to reinforce that just because we're in these new energies and collectively we've moved on, we also have to honor who we are and where we're at in any given season. Not every day is going to look and feel the same, and that's okay. It's not meant to. Coming back into your body, allowing your body to lead you, which is very feminine. It's about honoring how you feel and not forcing yourself to do stuff. Moving from that frequency first energy. When you work on who you are and how you're feeling first, priming yourself, the energy that comes from that frequency is very different to the results that you'll get from forcing yourself to move through something and doing it because it's what you should be doing. That kind of energy and intention worked for many years. I'm sure many of you have built your businesses and life on that energy. But that is part of what is starting to crumble right now, has crumbled, will continue to crumble, because we're being guided and invited into a new way of being and doing and living. The third and final card that I pulled was Holiest Temple. And another beautiful card. And what I got from this is, you are the holiest temple. You're the one. You're the CEO of your life, and everything starts within you. I've touched on a lot of that throughout the entirety of Soul Growth Podcast. So if you're new here, welcome, and go check out some of the past episodes. But particularly, I've got into a lot more of what that means and what it looks like since the beginning of 2025. This is about honoring yourself. Again, how you feel, where you're at, and not trying to match everybody else's season, because you're not everybody else and not everybody else is you. So again, I'm going to read from the book, The Holiest Temple. The body is the destination and the pathway home to everything we seek. There's no greater power and no deeper wisdom than that which exists within. Your body has an intelligence beyond what you could possibly imagine. It's always talking to you, sometimes singing, other times screaming. It's through the body that our soul and the divine can speak. Your intuitive senses are forever delivering information to guide you every moment of every day. What's your body wanting you to know today? It goes on, but the essence of that card is that you are your own oracle. You are your holiest temple, and everything starts with you. And if you haven't got that memo and started to shift some of your life into living in alignment with that truth, this is the year to do it, because this year is not fucking around. This is the energy of 2026, and it is preparing you for what is to come this year and what is to come for all the years after.